follow boxing, you've probably been aware for a while of the 8-year age advantage in Canelo Alvarez's favor. But he was giving up an inch-and-a-half in height and 1 inch in arm length to the more traditionally middleweight-sized Golovkin. Let's go back to last Saturday night at the jam-packed T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas.
Okay, gentlemen. Trucks are good on both sides. We went over the rules in the dressing room. I want to caution you to keep this fight clean at all times. Protect yourself at all times. And what I say, you must obey. Good luck. Touch them up in us one day.
Everyone is expecting a violent classic. Will Triple G and Canelo author the latest chapter in the glorious history of the middleweight championship of the world?
History's greatest fighters have worn the crown of this division. Both of these guys know the history of the sport. They want to follow in that line of succession. And here we go. First punch of the fight is a Golovkin jab. Remember, he lands more jabs than any other top fighter in the sport. Golovkin stalking but cautiously. Canelo moving, trying to present a difficult target for Golovkin.
Canelo so purposely at the perimeter of the ring this early in the fight.
He's letting you know right away that he's going to make it a boxing match. He's not going to stand there and slug with Triple G. He's going to use Triple G's punches against him.
Here Canelo testing Triple G's defenses.
Canelo is using his feet to try to present a problematic equation for Golovkin. Now Golovkin unloading the jab, 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 jab. And finally Canelo answers with a jab of his own. That's right, he's already paid Canelo the highest compliment he can pay him.
That's exactly right.
Little body shot from Canelo.
You see Canelo slipping and countering to the body. That's his bread and butter. That's the kind of fighter he is. Triple G wants him to stay there so he can hit him. Canelo wants Triple G to come at him so he can counter.
Canelo just had to be careful not to run into one of those big shots too early.
Canelo looking good early in this fight.
But Golovkin is the one who's mounting the offense, having landed 11 out of 25 punches so far. Now there's a right hand for Canelo. Golovkin lands the jab, misses over the top with the right hand. Lands another jab. Hard right hand from Canelo.
And you see the
after Golovkin missed his right hand.
Upper body movement from Canelo, making his head a tough target.
Canelo is much quicker than Golovkin already, as we see. He's the quicker man of the two, without a doubt, but Golovkin is the more powerful man of the two, without a doubt.
No, it's Canelo who's concentrated on Golovkin's body more than the other way around. Golovkin has not mounted a body attack.
Canelo looked more relaxed in round one, but it was Golovkin who mounted the offense, throwing and landing more punches. And as they come out for round two, Golovkin goes back to working his jab.
If it ends in a knockout, they'll come together pretty quickly.
But yesterday he weighed in at 160 for the very first time in his life. Golovkin did so for something close to the 400th time in his life.
Well, you mentioned it in the first round. Triple G is showing respect for both Canelo's power and his skills. With any of those hard Canelo shots, playing defense like that, but also he respects Canelo's slipperiness and counterpunching ability.
Funny thing is nobody's been caught with a clean headshot yet.
Well, the fight has not yet broken out.
What I'm saying, the counter company box telling us that one has landed so many more headshots than the other, but nobody's truly been hit with a good headshot yet.
He hasn't really thrown the fastball on anything yet.
Look, the question is, can the counterpuncher make the offensive fighter look different than he normally does? And so far, the answer is yes. This is not seek and destroy ferocious Triple G. Canelo's landed all the good body shots.
Canelo with a definite edge in power punches landed so far, as Triple G continues to focus on the jab. Has missed with most of his power shots. Good body shot Small left hook for Golovkin. In the books.
Here you see Golovkin, Canelo land a good left hook to the body right there, right behind the elbow of Triple G, kind of in the back more so than the body. Then you see Triple G land a beautiful straight right lead right here. Not really, no real power on it because Canelo went with it, but it was probably one of his.
To a certain degree, there has been a feeling out process.
That's what it's been so far. Triple G, to win this fight, needs to make it look like Chavez Rosario. He needs to put his man's back on the ropes and work him over, and he has not been able to do it so far.
Good body shot by Canelo.
Canelo's dominating Triple G to the body.
Triple G is trying to fight his fight, but Canelo is the one who's actually fighting his fight right now.
Triple G is also a pressure fighter. Sometimes it takes a couple of rounds for those guys to get on track, though not usually for him.
Nope, not at all.
Triple G lands another jab upstairs.
And Triple G breathing pretty hard already, Max. He looks a little uncomfortable right here.
He's being outboxed.
Yes. Something he's never had to deal with.
Left hook from Triple G.
It is.
It's not that Triple G.
There's a left hook for Triple G.
Not that he doesn't have boxing skills. It's that he's made a living by pressuring his opponents and landing power punches.
And what I'm
Power
seeing,
shot to the body by Canelo Alvarez.
what I'm seeing is the same thing I saw from Andre Ward and Kovalev. Triple G is boxing, but Ward was landing the bigger punches.
The power of the counterpuncher Canelo has thrown Triple G off. Doesn't seem willing to go to the body, perhaps fearful of getting countered upstairs. That's why Canelo has a 14-0 lead by CompuBox count in body punches landed so far. And of course, obviously, that shows up later in the fight. Now Triple G with a straight right hand and left hook. Getting a little bit looser. Starting to fire with a little bit more confidence.
But the hook got Canelo's attention.
And fighting in general, she has 7 sons who have been boxers.
Okay, Jim, I got a 2 rounds to 1, 29-28, Canelo Alvarez. Jim, you know me. I like to score fights for guys that do more damage, that hurt you more. And, I thought that Canelo's landed them real good left hooks. 2 rounds to 1, Canelo Alvarez.
The hook upstairs is starting to be a useful weapon for Triple G.
There's a hard left hook to the body by Triple G. His best body punch so far.
And Triple G is steadily trying with that jab.
Question coming into this fight for Triple G is when he seemed tentative at times against Danny Jacobs. Could he win a fight like that against Canelo?
A ton of respect to Canelo's power. Boxing instead of punching. That's Triple G so far. Landing a lot, but mostly landing jabs. Here's a body shot.
He's usually good at touching guys like this when he has them on the ropes and then unloading the hard stuff.
Hard right hand by Triple G. Canelo shake his head.
Very comfortable on the ropes, Canelo.
Very comfortable. Very comfortable.
Right hand body shot by Triple G. And blocking Canelo's body shots with his arms. Lands a left hook upstairs. Partially blocked, but still, he's the aggressor in this round, Gennady Golovkin.
Good right hand from Triple G.
Yeah, it was. Good right hand back by Canelo.
What champions do when they get hit.
You know it.
This is what he didn't do in the first 3 rounds. Gennady Golovkin appears in round 4 to have finally arrived in the building.
That's right, Jim. Well put. A little mouse, it looks like, under Canelo's left side.
In round 4, Triple G landed 18 total punches. His high number in the fight so far. 9 were jabs. 9 were power punches. Now we go to round 5.
Interesting to see how Canelo responds to that 4th round, Roy.
He chose to fight that way that round. It's not like Triple G took command of that round.
I don't know. We see that round differently. I think Triple G makes the ring small when he decides to come forward and cut off escape routes.
Uppercut lands. Right hand. Left hook upstairs. Triple G so much more confident now than in the early going.
That's something we've never seen anybody do with Triple G. That's why I say that Canelo is giving what he wants to give. He don't have to back if he doesn't choose to. He does it when he wants to. We've never seen anybody do what they want to do against Triple G. He's fighting smart. He's doing something that we never seen anybody make him do before.
Uppercuts inside are working for Canelo. Triple G kind of leaning into them from time to time. Works well for him, and he tries his own uppercut with the right hand.
And it worked.
Right hand lands for Canelo. Triple G walks right through it. Puts him back against the ropes and lands a big right hand. Canelo shakes his head. That usually means he got hit.
He did get hit.
Left hook for Canelo. Or for Triple G, I should say. Canelo shaking his head again.
When Canelo was a teenager, fighting grown men as a young professional, he usually had more boxing ability than them, but when it got rough, he was always very at home.
We never seen nobody come in and fight Triple G with this type of mentality.
Four punch combinations for both fighters. The fight has broken out. The crowd responds. Canelo trying to land something big. Triple G coming back with a hard right hand and missing. Most combative round of the fight so far, and the crowd will respond.
Here you see Triple G land a good shot right over the top of that right hand, over top of his left hook with a beautiful right hand, landed more on the neck than it did on the jaw. So I don't think it had much effect on Canelo because it landed, it hit his neck more so than it hit his jaw.
Probably had an effect on the judges, though. Canelo did a lot of head shaking in that round, and the more you shake your head, the more you are saying to the judges, the other guy is the aggressor. Knocking Canelo back with the right hand. Hitting him against the ropes again. Triple G putting himself into position to use his power. Now Canelo has to be different too. And he lands a tremendous right hand shot and a left to the body.
It affected Golovkin.
Yes, I think that left hook hurt Golovkin.
Body punching power is working for Canelo Alvarez. Another left hand to the body. Tremendous shot.
You see how physically strong Canelo is.
Golovkin knew this would be the toughest fight of his career. So far, it's working out that way. Left hook for Golovkin.
Golovkin is a better boxer than people give him credit for, too. So he's boxing when he has to box. He's not out here just power slugging like we expecting him to do now.
Halfway through round 6. Canelo throwing a glove behind his back. Kenny Bayless says, come on. Don't give me any of that nonsense.
All right, here we go.
Triple G hustled to cut the ring off, trap Canelo in the corner, land a right-hand body shot.
But didn't stay on him. Let him out of the corner.
Respecting Canelo's power. Worried about the counter fire. Worried about something big coming back from Canelo.
That was
changing the way Triple G fights.
That was a really good one, too.
Yes,
Triple G landed, and as Canelo's shown throughout the fight, that championship mentality came right back with 2 of his own.
Immediately.
And that's because that 1-2 from Golovkin got his attention.
It's a punch that Canelo isn't using all that much. It's helping Triple G to pile up an edge in CompuBox numbers, even if Canelo seems sometimes to have the edge in power.
Here you see Canelo playing around, letting you know he's comfortable. He throws a shot behind the head, but to Triple G's credit, watch what Triple G does. He comes right back with a smack hook of his own to show that, yes, we're both in the same game. So both guys are feeling equally confident right about now.
Halfway through the fight. Our unofficial scorer, Harold Letterman. How do you have it through 6?
Okay, Jim. I got it 4 rounds to 2. 58, 56, Gennady Golovkin. You know, Jim, when Gennady backs him into the ropes, man, he hurts him. He does very, very well every time he takes Canelo into the ropes. There you go. He backs him up, hits some good shots, and when he gets him on the ropes, he does damage.
Both guys are giving us what we want, and if it continues like this, it looks like we'll have a part 2, I hope. But this is a really good fight right here.
A little bit more of a boxing match maybe than anticipated.
Yes.
Much more of a boxing match than most of us anticipated. I like the chances for a big fight here in the last 6 rounds tonight.
Triple G breathing hard out of his mouth.
Hard right hand by Triple G. Lands a jab behind him.
I think that would serve him better if he were going to Canelo's body a little bit more.
I think he's worried about going to the body because he doesn't want to get countered upstairs by a giant Canelo shot.
But as close as he is, he's getting countered anyway. You saw he got countered just then when he went to the body, when he went to the head.
Surefire way for Triple G to get countered is to headhunt when Canelo's on the ropes.
My point. So go to the body some.
There he traps Canelo in the corner and hits him with 2 jabs and a right-hand shot. Triple G cutting off the ring as always, landing more power shots. Canelo missing upstairs.
Still Triple G not willing to put himself in there to keep Canelo on the ropes. Not willing to really accept what might come back.
But Triple G is piling up numbers.
There he is.
Landing more punches. There's a terrific uppercut by Canelo, stopping Triple G in his tracks momentarily. Triple G keeps coming.
He's on the attack big time.
Canelo throws some bombs back.
Here's what's allowing Canelo to stay in the fight. When Triple G attacks with the right hand, watch what happens right here.
7 rounds in. CompuBox numbers finding Golovkin outlanding Canelo in every round but one, the second. CompuBox numbers not always the full story of the fight. Harold Letterman with Golovkin building a lead on his unofficial scorecard. And too often, Canelo is simply walking away and establishing that Triple G gets to be the aggressor. There's a good hard right hand by Canelo.
Very hard
Starts
right
to
hand.
follow it up, doesn't come with anything.
Good jab by
Good jab by Golovkin. That's the telephone pole jab.
Has a certain amount of caution on his offense, even with Canelo on the rope.
Once again, Golovkin's footwork puts Canelo in a corner. Golovkin steps to the left side and fires an uppercut. And making Triple G look like a freight train.
Listen, Canelo's
good shot.
shots like that. But when your
Could change the momentum.
when your opponent walks through shots like that, what can you do?
He's just keeping up the tempo. Throwing, throwing, throwing. Canelo throwing one punch at a time way too often.
Good body
Triple G
shot.
firing in combination. Drives Canelo back into the ropes again. Jab, jab, right hand to the body. All these are good choices by Gennadiy Golovkin, who is out-strategizing Canelo at this moment.
Yes, he is. Here you see two good fighters. Triple G lands Canelo lands a right uppercut right under the throat. Very good shot by Canelo. And here you see Triple G land his own version of it. A jab followed by a left uppercut right on the beard.
Neither of those Triple G shots landed, but increasingly he is becoming the avalanche in this fight.
They just didn't land as clean as Canelo's did.
With his counter-punching power and his body shots, has not thrown as many punches in recent rounds. Right hand upstairs, but here comes Gennadiy. Gennadiy steps back in and lands a hard right uppercut. And the left hook, and a left hook. And suddenly, Golovkin may have Canelo in a tiny bit of trouble. Canelo trying to fight his way out of it. Jab. Right hand just missed. Right hand landed. Golovkin is thinking power at this moment.
Canelo looked that one off, but they're coming fast and furious from Triple G now.
Good jab, another right hand. Triple G trapping Canelo against the ropes and attacking. Predator at work. Hard right hand by Triple G. It's been a great first half of the ninth round for him. Crowd gets excited as Canelo fires back with counter shots. Less than a minute to go in the round, he's back in the corner. And here comes Gennadiy. Uppercut. Another uppercut. Early in the fight, it was Canelo who was landing more power punches. Golovkin landing more power punches in this one. Here's a hard right hand by Canelo. And he mixes with a big one over the top. And now Gennadiy chases him again. Wants one more rally before the round comes to an end. Round was a big one for Triple G.
He see Golovkin come in with a jab, right hand, best right hand I seen him throw straight. But then Canelo comes back as he's attacking and counters with a beautiful left hook to the head, which I think was his best left hook of the fight so far. Then Canelo with the overhand right over the top of the jab. That's what a counterpuncher does best. Boom, right on the jaw. Very meaningful overhand right. So right now I see Triple G landing the most punches. Canelo still landing the most effective punches.
7 rounds to 2. 88, 83, Gennady Golovkin. You know, Jim, I love that effective aggressiveness. Man, I love it when a guy backs the other guy up the whole fight. That's what Gennady's doing. Backing him up, landing the hardest, strongest shots. I mean, I think he's been out punching him constantly. 7 rounds to 2, Gennady Golovkin.
Meantime, so far, Canelo's let Triple G have it in this fight.
This is a huge start for the 10th round for Canelo Alvarez. You heard Eddie Reynoso saying to him, we need the 3 rounds of a lifetime. He has started out that way in the 10th, suddenly turning the fight around. Sure, right hand.
Our fight has broken out for sure.
Left hook lands for Golovkin. Right hand lands for Golovkin. And for the moment, Canelo's fire goes out, as now Golovkin is back in the aggressive position. Jab, jab, right hand. Golovkin's footwork, always a factor. Pressure, pressure, trying to suffocate the opponent.
Pouring it on.
Gets Canelo on the ropes one more time. Canelo's energy has gone down. They both landed the same number of power shots in the fight. Golovkin has landed many, many more jabs. And now Golovkin with a 3-punch combination. And another jab. And a right hand. Canelo missing. Canelo goes back to the body. That's what serves him best. Golovkin thinks he hurt him with the right hand. What around the 10th one.
He see Canelo land a good left hook right hand. The right hand over the top with the better punch. Then he deflects Triple G's right hand, which knocked Triple G off balance. He wasn't hurt by the punch. He was knocked off balance by his deflection. Beautiful defense, though, with land the right hand, they deflect the overhand right with his own left hand. Beautiful defense by Canelo Alvarez.
Absolutely brilliant. That was at the beginning of the round. Canelo was mounting a big rally. Down the stretch in the round, it was Golovkin who backed Canelo up and was landing more punches. Now they come to the 11th. In the 10th, they combined to land a fight high 26 power shots. We knew the fight would break out eventually. Canelo Alvarez unable in this first minute of the 11th to find the kind of fire and rally that he created in the first minute of the 10th. And now Golovkin has him against the ropes again.
And then it doesn't take that many more rounds for Canelo to be in the fight. 1 or 2 since then went Canelo's way. He's in this fight.
Good overhand right by Triple G.
Right hand by Canelo. What a chin Triple G is showing.
Oh, good right hand.
Other right hand. Golovkin came very close with the right hand. Landing his jab as he has all night long. Right hand for Golovkin, left hook for Golovkin. Single biggest difference in the fight has been Golovkin's effectiveness with the jab.
Yes, his jab has been different.
Maybe Canelo has a great chin too.
Good hook by both guys.
No question Canelo has a chin.
That was a great hook by both guys, though.
11th was a pretty close round. In the middle of the bout when he was dominating with both the jab and power shots. Canelo's landed more power shots in 3 of the last 4 rounds. Golovkin has still been landing his jab with enough regularity to overall lead in the CompuBox numbers. Now we come to the 12th round. Only one of these 2 fighters has scored a 12th round knockout in his career. That was Canelo against Ryan Rhodes. It was a good uppercut for Canelo Alvarez.
He's throwing knockout punches now.
Canelo has come out as the aggressor in the 12th. Something big.
Good uppercut.
Great start to the 12th round for Canelo Alvarez. He's been accurate. Golovkin is not. Those punches are landing for Canelo.
Abel Sanchez told Triple G, don't let him rest. But Canelo's not trying to rest.
Nope, and Canelo, Triple G is walking right through those big punches.
It's been a huge round for Canelo Alvarez so far. And now Golovkin tries to come back. And Golovkin lands a right hand. And that backs Canelo off. Fire and fury in Las Vegas. Golovkin walking forward, looking to land one more big shot. Gets a right hand in. But then in the middle of the fight, Gennady Golovkin began to take over and showed his Eastern European boxing skills. And down the stretch for the last 3 rounds, it has been rock'em, sock'em, I land one, you land one back. Once again in this round, it's Canelo Alvarez who's landing the power shots.
Could these moments decide the fight?
Out on its feet. Hard right hand by Golovkin. And another one. Golovkin finished with a score